Weekend awo twalabye omuvubuka spending 69 million Uganda shillings in a club. One day
69 eza Uganda.
Eza Uganda.
69 ezo sente zikyali muno mu Uganda.
Do
we have people who have that money in this country, Uganda? Oh, there is another country.
Having it is not a problem, but spending it in one day. I take drinks.
You see, the cost of living in our country now, you cannot convince me we're going to spend 69 million. And even before, I have not heard or seen a person who has spent that money. Not even government officials.
Sheilah Gashumba, they always do what? The host side people, this. Name Uganda,
Sheilah Gashumba was a 69.
Hagamba sometimes.
Nze gwe nali manyi wano big spender ali bad black era naye akugamba naye tachoogeranga kundi yazisasa 69 is too much.
69 million. Now what did he spend it on? Tulaba wano bagamba nti according to the receipt was given Coca-Cola soda. He was buying at 5k cranberry juice.
From which bar is that?
Ku Guvnor.
Administration ya Ivan Semwanga. What was Ivan Semwanga?
Ivan Semwanga, he was the late.
Yes.
Both Wabichao.
But this, I think this is another Ivan because the other ones. Those are Ivan mubane sente nyingi eyo. Ba Ivan abalinamu muli muti eyo.
Twalabye waliyo wana ku X. Yagambye nti General Muhoozi intervened.
Lero General Muhoozi nga you are going to demand him a lot. Kyogamba je atandika okubalaga biki bimulina okusaasaanyamu. General MK obuka video wakalabye risiti ogirabye jangu otuyambeko abantu bano tebabanga
sente bazifulira wa.
Where do they work? By the way, General MK, you can come in.
Where do they work? Because we saw one of the hospitals in Mbarara over the weekend. It was on NBS. There were only 2 interns found in the hospital.
Government refused to fund intern doctors. I don't know.
And there are 2 of them. Now you can imagine somebody's son or daughter is there working. 2 of them serving the whole hospital.
But government, why are you not really funding the intern doctors? Like, why do you take the lives of Ugandan at stake? You know?
Now what is crazy is they say it is in Mbarara. What about in Ngulu?
If
it is in Mbarara, what about in Ngulu?
Mbadde manyi nti Mbarara tuba tusemberedde abali mu kintu. Naye kati ab'eggulu
Karamoja
Arua Koboko
agamba ekibana
n'abaffe ede waffe emukono esobo ndi w'emukono naye lwakuba mbeera Mityana ab'Emityana mbatumiddeko abatulaba
tubatumidde ze baggulu
ono w'eggulu ze ndi w'emukono naye kati mbeera Mityana
ewaka tukoze otya if it is in Mbarara
naye really government, can you reconsider please? Parliament, you have to come in and make this matter quite serious. These are lives of Ugandans.
Exactly.
You cannot just say that by intern doctors tujja kubateekawo, you know. Health is a big sector in this country.
That is very true. Era right now we see that there are a lot of young children. A lot of the population of Ugandans has a lot of young people. And the young people are treated, they could not be having those complications right now, the diseases now. What about if you were to say in, let me say, by 2040, where would the lives of these young people be? By 2040, they will be at 40 years. They are basically, high blood pressure.
And you see, in African countries here, life expectancy yaffe ekyali wansi
nnyo
kubanga nebyetulya bibiwe poor feeding. Now if we really have poor feeding, now add on the sickly health care system.
Exactly.
How you say that the lives of Ugandans are at stake?
At stake, yeah. That is very true.
So government, please, president yaja na supporting ba sciences. Kubanga I think president mu basomesa yasooka kuwa ba science teachers. Kitegeeza president supporting science. But now if president is supporting the development of science in Uganda, why is it that now we are failing to support the education?
Schools kati. Very many children, if you go to a particular school, the science class is almost becoming bigger than the arts class.
Yes.
Now, where are those scientists going after the A level?
So I want to think government were collapsing President Museveni's idea of promoting science. Please support the intern doctors. Government come in. General MK yabimala. General MK, please step in and see that the intern doctors are taken care of. Because these people are very important.
I don't even the money should be used well in the country.
True.
Kati wanyaka video. There is before we actually go ahead, you're welcome to this channel.
Basebo ne banya omusubscribing channel eno bagiyita Uganda ku ground kwetuli ku TikTok ne ku YouTube. Please subscribe, type in Uganda ku ground ojja kuba otufuna bulungi. Subscribe. Tekako ka like yako.
Anything said on this channel, Manyati, it was already on ground. We have just brought it to you so that you can know. Give us your opinions. Let us know what you think about the whole situation that is going through right now. Nakati, one other thing which has been breaking grounds is number plates in Uganda.
Yes.
We have seen there is a video. Let us play for you this video here actually. Now on this video, let us first play for you as we open more grounds on this.
So we have a crisis in the country, and that's the number plate crisis. So many people who are dealing in automotives, including cars and borders, are struggling because their containers haven't been cleared, even after paying URA because of delays in issuing number plates. We have the company that was contracted by government of Uganda to do number plates is not delivering, and it's causing daily losses of
stopping company bajodo mulimu.
Naye I don't know why we have very many recklessness wano mu Uganda mu kola y'emirimu. And even in the first place, I don't know how these companies get these government deals. And in the first place, are these deals advertised by law? Because by law, you have to advertise this and the stake, those ones are also kola.
They say they can do what?
But the problem we have here.
Let us continue.
Close to 1 billion shillings every day. I have with me one of the affected people who deals in clearing and forwarding, Mr. Bwire. Simply put, what is the problem at hand?
So nice meeting you. We have a disaster. First, know that the disaster we are in, the backlog that we are having, if it is to be solved in the current situation, the company ITMS needs 80 months to solve this problem. That is 6.7 years to solve the problem of number plates. How? We have 2.2 million vehicles registered into the country. They are supposed to transit into digital number plates. Now, for them to produce those number plates and the current the number that they are registering, they need 80 months. That one aside, there is a cost implication that for those 2.1 million to be licensed, to be transited, the government is losing 321 billion in the number plate fees. So the government is making losses. We have over 3,000 motorcycles which pay taxes to URA. They are not registered. They have 2.1 billion paid, but they have not delivered. One company has 1,000 motorcycles. 1,000 motorcycles, each number plate is 714, meaning they have paid 714 million. Now, if this client went to the bank and picked a loan, how much money does he pay in interest? Per month, maybe pays 71 million.
Wow.
Of 10%.
The challenge is, what do you think has caused this shortage, according to, because you're in clearing and forwarding?
The cause is that the company that was contracted didn't have the capacity. And they have failed to buy an idea of subcontracting these other companies. There are companies that was there. We are not fighting the company. We are not fighting ITMS because they promised us good things, but they don't have the capacity. Let them subcontract maybe Spare Motors, Jem Tampeko, or Anode and Brooklyn. They look where they have weaknesses. These people come in, solve the problem so that the government can make money, Ugandans can enjoy their vehicles, and that is done.
Well, the minister visited the company and told them they have to get this done by November. Is it even feasible that they can offset the backlog by November?
This thing started in 2024. Every month, every time they visit this place, they ask for 2 months. Then they try to be compliant for 1 week and go back to zero. So they are solving nothing. I think the minister, and I request the minister to move very fast, because from October, those are peak season. So if we reach in peak season for number plates, as we approach Christmas, people buy motor vehicles, people change vehicles, change motorcycles, we shall have a very big crisis. And the company, the government will be losing money.
Yeah, but also not the government, but also you. What is your, what losses are you counting as a result of these delays?
As clearing agents, we are paid on delivery. If you don't deliver, you are not paid. So we have vehicles, we have tasks that have delayed, that are going back up to 1 year. That means I'm not paid. If I'm not paid, I also don't pay government taxes, because I pay VAT, I pay income tax, and I pay payee. So if I'm not receiving this money, I am not paying all that. Then also the government have, for example, the government have lost to a tune of 109 billion, 0.6 in a non-tax revenue. You cannot do a transfer, you cannot do an amendment, the police cannot give a penalty because the vehicle doesn't have a number plate, the court cannot give bail because you cannot prosecute a person, because you are the same person who is not giving this person a number plate, then you not arrest the person for not having a number plate. So you cannot arrest, so the government is losing. Then the bad thing is that government, Uganda Revenue Authority, is not collecting taxes. Because as you move out stock, the importer brings in another stock. Yeah. So when the warehouses are full, the buyers are not buying, he cannot bring in more stock. I can even understand why our commissioner was struggling with the target, because he didn't have where to collect taxes from.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Willie, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So many people are really questioning the procurement of the company that was given the work to start printing these number plates, the digital number plates. Remember, we had a lot of conversations around that company. The question is, can that company deliver?
For such a government, we have a disaster.
It's a terrible one. It's a terrible disaster.
Who is responsible? Who is answerable to this disaster we are going through?
But like I was telling you, nti wano mu Uganda ebintu ebimu tebikyagobererwa. Kati oli bamukeera bukeezi ne bamuwa deal, irrespective of whether abisobola or tabisobola. That's the problem. As long as we keep giving incompetent people just because tubamanyi they are connected to us, these are the problems. Now the government is losing, the country is losing a lot of taxpayers' money.
Billions.
Things are not done in the right time. You see now, people are losing their business.
It's not only that the government is running, but they are losing money in taxes. Now, what about those who are doing automotive business? Let me say you've gotten a loan to go and import maybe motorcycles or vehicles. Every month, you're paying maybe 10%.
Government, please, you are collapsing your own people. You are collapsing people's businesses. Now people are stuck because,
because of incompetent services, government know this kind of people. Let's continue.
The backlog that we are having, if it is to be solved in the current situation, the company ITMS needs 80 months to solve this problem.
80 months?
6.7 years to solve the problem.
80 months, 6.7 years. ITMS, mutukoze.
Naye ani director wa w'ekitongole?
Kati these guys, they said that they gave these people the deal to give to serve out these digital number plates. So they took the whole deal to themselves as a company. Instead of dividing this deal among other companies. This whole thing is running.
Just the load is not big on one.
Kati, right now, it's not even starting from the current situation. There's a backlog. The government will take about 18 months. That is 6 and something years.
Jenemuke.
And they go put the good the government is going to fight corruption.
This is equivalent to.
We have 2.2 million number vehicles registered in the country. They are supposed to transit in 2 digital number plates. Now, for them to produce those number plates and the current number that they are registering, they need 80 months. That one aside, there is a post implication that for those 2.1 million to be licensed, to be transited, the government is losing 321 billion in the number plate fees. So the government is making losses.
The government is making losses of 321 billion.
Now you need 80 months. Emyezi chinana.
6 years.
Really?
Almost 7
Na ndowooza waliko omuntu yali afunye program just deal ye. Afumanyi wano mu government wano. Somebody just convinces government that he can do. You have seen very many things which have collapsed here.
And that is the reason as to why.
You remember Lubowa Specialized Hospital of Peneti. So up to now, Parliament has been issuing money to that project, and up to now the project is nowhere to be seen. Kati waliwo naye akwata eyo deal. Because practically emyezi 9 you are not going to.
If you see very well, now we are saying a deal of war which was collapsing. If you go back to the previous parliament,
11
there was a lot of corruption. Kati, how can't people from out there come and also swing the money?
Naye obubbi bwa wano butandikira mu gavumenti era gye ne muka yeebala atuyambyeko ndowooza kubanga
agezezaako tumulaba ne minisita Balamu awo batandise okuyingira mu bwawo naye tusuubize nti
Balamu takulosinga lines. Naye tunaayogera ku Balamu olulala. We shall talk about Minister Balamu. alina omulimu gw'akola eyo mulungi naye
tukyagadde naye you also tell us in the comment section.
In the comment section, don't you think Honorable Balamu is really crossing the lines? Kale
mujja bitugamba awo maaso awo. Then another serious issue which has actually been going on is the issue of the law. That is one of the most
leader of opposition in parliament
issues. Leader of opposition in parliament.
Yeah, the laws of Uganda are very clear that when you go to the national polls to have the president, of course the second runners up, of course, is carrying a very big number of people MPs following. Like very many Ugandans have voted for that person. Like in just concluded elections, it was NUP with Robert Kyagulanyi. So meaning in developed democracies, you see that Bobby Wine is taken as president in waiting. And so the Constitution of Uganda gives him and his party the powers to elect or to appoint the leader of opposition. Now the new parliament or government is coming up with a thing that the leader of opposition should be voted by all, I think all opposition, other opposition, including independents. Naye kati ba independents are they really? Because we are in multi-party democracy.
This independent thing, they should remove it.
Where do they belong? They should tell, by the way, for me, government, bring a law whereby no one should contest as an independent. If we are to grow our democracy.
Who is the independent answerable to?
Where is the office of the independent?
Who audits them?
Who audits that person? I think before we go into removing the law, electing law, we should think of independence.
Independence, I would take them as investors.
Because right now, in the 12th Parliament, I think a remove independent MPs vary around 50 something, like maybe there. So, and you know what? Most of these independent MPs are NRM leaning. So it's a move by NRM actually wanting to intervene in electing the law. This doesn't work out.
That is true.
And I in another view, I want to see it as a greedy move. Because you are the government. Even you still wanted a what? The small opposite of the leader of opposition. Come on, government. Some of these things, you don't need to be greedy.
One of our MPs who definitely clarified on it very well. Let's break it down now.
Aware that the embracement of political pluralism in 2005 and the subsequent amendment of the Constitution in 2006 led to the establishment of the office of the Leader of the Opposition in Parliament under Article 82A of the 1995 Constitution. Further aware that in 2006 the Administration of Parliament Act was amended to provide for the election of the Leader of Opposition and the grounds for vacation of the office of the Leader of the Opposition in Parliament. Acknowledging that the election of the Leader of the Opposition in Parliament under Section 8 of the Administration of Parliament Act is restricted to the most numerically dominant opposition party in Parliament, who may consult members of other opposition political parties in Parliament and independent members of Parliament. Further acknowledging that the prevailing grounds for removal of the Leader of Opposition from office are inadequate and requires expansion to include incompetence and misconduct as a safeguard for accountability, efficiency, and effectiveness. Noting that reforming the manner of election of the Leader of Opposition in Parliament may, by requiring the involvement of all opposition political parties in Parliament, will bolster inter-party cooperation and dialogue, national cohesion, and the growth of political pluralism in fulfillment of the democratic principles enshrined in the national objectives and directive principles of state policy as detailed in the 1995 Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. Further noting that expanding the grounds of vacation of office of the Leader of Opposition in Parliament to include incompetence and misconduct will hedge the performance and behavior of the duty bearer against abuse, appreciating that the proposed amendments to the Administration of Parliament Act will necessitate a corresponding amendment to the rules of procedure with regard to the procedure for election of the Leader of Opposition in Parliament and vacation of office of the Leader of Opposition in Parliament. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Parliament grants me leave to introduce a private member's bill entitled the Administration of Parliament Amendment Bill. Right Honourable Speaker, I beg to move.
I think this one is the one moving the motion. Is the
mainly dominant party after that.
Kati oyo isimanya Yohana is the one who government is using to bring the motion of because wali mu Parliament I think bamuwadde gundi go ahead agenda azimbe bill. But like we have just said, bro, namwe abatulaba mujja kutuwa ku birowoozo byammwe. I think this, like I've just said, it's a greedy move. Let's just leave the party that has the majority in the opposition to
elect their leader of opposition.
Kubanga NUP ne Kyagulanyi twogera ku party yafuna in just concluded election bafuna 2.6 million Ugandans who voted for them. Those are very many voices to be silenced. Naye katujaleeta bano independent MP ani abamulonda bamu bava constituency nga bamulonda abantu kakaaga 6,000. But we are talking of a political party that was voted by 2.6 million Ugandans.
You know, one thing these people forget is when they come to parliament, they forget they came because of numbers. They have forgotten about the numbers that said all these people. Well, when you see one person coming in there to government Joel Ssenyonyi, we didn't have any problem with him. Everybody who sent Joel Ssenyonyi wants to be presented. They want to be presented.
Because Joel Ssenyonyi is not well, he's a member of parliament representing Nakawa, I think Nakawa East, something like that. But while he's the leader of opposition, he's not representing only the people of Nakawa.
Exactly.
He's now representing the rest of the other 2.6 million who voted for the opposition president, though they didn't really go through.
Exactly.
So you cannot just say, as your government, let me come and also determine.
I also be. You are the government.
But I think
you're the opposition.
This thing started. You remember a tweet from General MK when he said, "We are coming for the leader of opposition." I think it was an exchange of words between Joel Ssenyonyi and General MK. But of course, you know now General MK influences very many things. So when he tweeted that we are coming for the leader of opposition, we thought it was a joke. But like you know, he always tweets these things, and eventually comes and implicates them.
It's something I didn't want us to talk about.
So,
Norbert Mao. I saw it even on CCN. When he actually talked about the PLU and NRM. Everything you see PLU running is a script of NRM. And that is our last video. We are going to play it here. This whole segment was sponsored by the House Hunt app.
House Hunt app. Genda ku Google Play Store kweli. Gwe typing amunti House Hunt app. Wajja kubojira kakati gwe na yagala ennyumba ko yagala apartment ey'okupangisa oyagala oba gwe kenyini olina plot y'otunda oba gy'oyagala okugula, just go there and you will type.
Also tukako kweyo number gyolaba. Well, those numbers you're seeing on the screen, you can reach out to us. And then the House Hunt Properties, a registered company in Uganda. It's a win-win thing. You guys know nothing like cheating you. They are more educated. Why not surveyor? Why not everybody concerning ebintu bya lands? Wajja kukwatako bulungi, and then you secure your property in Uganda without being cheated. Nadala mu Central, Kampala, ne Wakiso, nga tujja kubatusako.
Namwe ebitundu ebirala tujja Western, North and Eastern. We are also coming, but apparently we are much more here.
Exactly.
In the Central. Nete mwerabira subscribing. Uganda ku ground is the channel.
If you also want property management, they do the best property management.
Now I know Bulango. You have a business, want to advertise, please come and check on us. Uganda ku ground. Tujja kuba tukulangira ebintu by'obwo ez'okuboliwa na esomero. Come and advertise your school. If you have a hotel, come and any kind of business, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, come and advertise your business with us here, and all will be well.
Everything spoken on this channel is the opinion of the people and what is running on social media, not the opinion of Jonah and Tony. We wish
bye bye. My name is Tony. I wish
Jonah,
you.
Let's leave you with Norbert Mao.
Easy.
What happened yesterday was a PLU script. Okay, let's ask the question, what is the PLU script? The PLU script is based on getting direction from the NRM leader, who is President Museveni. The PLU actually does not have an independent script. When the PLU General Secretary announced our current speaker, the Right Honorable both as the candidate for position of speaker, Tanga Odoi, the chairman of NRM Electoral Commission, called a press conference and said, no, we are going through a party process. And the General Secretary of PLU, Honorable Kabanda, replied to the video of Tanga Odoi saying, I agree. Please, journalists, serve us better. The PLU script is always aligned to the NRM script. There is no independent PLU script. It is like saying Mothers Union has its own script different from Church of Uganda. Can Mothers Union have its independent script? Welcome, Honorable Peter Okot. You even asked. To me, that's the focus. It is not about posts. I've already been deployed by the people of La Ropeche. I'm already guarding a post here. And you saw my response. I said I'm continuing. Now, for most of you, you believe that if a powerful person makes a suggestion to you, then you must not use your head. You must immediately abandon what you are doing. So if a powerful person says, don't go to Entebbe, go to Jinja, even if you're already near Entebbe, you immediately abandon what you are doing. I think that is not self-respect. And I want to tell you, I communicate with the PLU chairman. And we have a respectful relationship. You talked about the national question. Now, your definition of the national question is different. Let me repeat what the national question is. The national question is a term in political science. It simply means building one nation out of diverse peoples, different languages, different cultures. That's what the national question is. National question has nothing to do with policies of fighting poverty and so on. It is about bringing a country together. And every country must find its own way. For the UK, they have resolved their national question by decentralizing power. So Wales has got the Welsh regional government, but they are part of the United Kingdom. Scotland has got the Scottish government. They have their own government, but they are part of United Kingdom. Northern Ireland is also governed in a certain way. Then the other side is the Republic of Ireland. That's an independent country. Tanzania, they have resolved their national question by allowing Zanzibar to have their own president, but not denying Zanzibar the right also to have a person who can be president of the entire United Republic of Tanzania. America resolved this national question by having a federal arrangement where the House of Representatives, which is like the lower house, they elect on the basis of number of people, population. But when you have now the upper house, even the smallest state like Alaska sends 2 senators, the same as New York, which has got so many people. So every country must find a formula for resolving its national question. Rwanda has resolved the national question by saying president and speaker can't come from the same party. They put it in their constitution. So through our dialogue and cooperation with NRM, we're having these deeper discussions. How do you deal with the national question? You have Buganda, which is sitting very uncomfortably in the country called Uganda. They are looking at us through the corner of their eye, saying, are these people really for us? We must find a formula to resolve that national question. We are now trying to resolve it through East Africa by saying when we have a political union, then the Samias in Uganda and Samias in Kenya don't have to worry. The Sabines and the Sabines of these 2 countries, the Bakonzo in Congo and Bakonzo in Uganda. So the national question is about finding the glue to bind together diverse peoples that are within a particular border. That's what the national question is all about. And whether you like it or not, you must resolve it. So it is like extended families. How do you manage extended families? It is similar to a national question. Finally, you said I am in a marriage with NRM. We have a cooperation agreement. The president said we are in an alliance. So what am I doing in the office of the leader of opposition? Now, that is only for you people who think in terms of dichotomies. So if I'm watching NBS, you don't want me to switch to NTV. Your thinking is that way. So if I'm an Arsenal fan, I must not go and enjoy when Man City is playing or their arch rival Man U. And that thing will make you have a heart attack for nothing. You'll die young for nothing. Why should you risk dying young? I am DP. I'm the president of DP. I have points on which I disagree with NRM, by the way. For instance, NRM doesn't believe in federalism. We in DP, we believe in federalism. But is that enough for me to keep throwing stones at NRM and say no, 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 no? But we also believe in a strong army as DP. We believe in having a free market in our economy. We believe in fighting terrorism as a DP. These are things that we believe in. We believe in order and rule of law. So now finding me in the LOPS office, you are now going to say, have you joined NUP? If I want to join NUP, I go to Kavule. This is the parliament of Uganda. But even if one day we have an issue where NUP and DP agree,